How's it going, everybody? We got an update to our favorite Warcraft Rumble game, and it's a really good one. Like, they are showing that they really care what the community wants. So this was on the 27th, which was yesterday, and we got here we've updated the player versus player experience, collection levels, which is a big one, dungeons, which is a very nice quality of life, and more. So players versus players, level caps in PvP have been reworked and are now based on leader honor. We'll continue to monitor PvP experience and adjust as needed. I think this was an amazing change. So now it's affected by the leader level. So 0 to 999 is level cap 1. And then that leader from 1000 to 2000 level cap is in 3. Honor level 2 to 3,700 level cap 5. And then 3000 plus is going to be no level cap. I think this is great. This is going to really make sure that people aren't just crushing people below them because their characters are so much higher once they leave that bronze league. So when you start using a leader like Charga or Rend or Maiev, like, you actually need to be facing enemies around your level all the way up to 3000. And once you hit that 3000 mark, that is what milestone 9 or whatever, 9000 honor, which gets you the permanent milestone rewards. Let's go quickly look in game and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if we're at the PvP screen here and you see my leaders at the bottom, I have a bunch that are at completely zeroed out, right? I haven't used them at all in PvP. All these guys up to the 1000 mark, which stops just at my Hogger, who's actually my highest leveled legendary. If I go in, they will all be zeroed out to level 1. Now my Jane is actually just jumped straight up from there. She's at 2000, so she's going to be zeroed up to level 5. And then my 3 main leaders, the only ones who have actually done any serious PvP on, they're all at 3000. So there's no level cap for them. I believe they're all level 8. Maybe Tyrion's level 7 at this point. So then it's like a free-for-all from that on. I'm facing basically only level 6 and up people, but for the most part, it's level 8 across the board at that point. So I really like how this is kind of rebalanced PvP and just made it make a little bit more sense when you're facing off against your enemies. Let's read on. Levels in PvP before a cap is applied will continue to be the mini's total level divided by 3, rounded up. Players will always match with other players in their level cap range, from the change there. Alright, collection level. This was a very, very big change, one that I think is awesome. So collection level has been reworked to include total levels as well as mini rarity. So it used to just be unlocks plus mini rarity equals collection level. Now, the total levels on our characters, i.e. the levels we get from experience, are going to count towards our collection level. This is going to incentivize people to build wider rosters, which I think is great. We're going to try more minis. We're going to try more combinations. It's not going to pigeonhole us into, okay, these characters are the best, just go for them. It's like, no, we're going to side level these guys so that for the main minis that we do think are the best, we can grow their experience faster as we go into those higher levels that require, 100,000, 200,000 experience. It's going to actually benefit us to build up other characters along the way. Previously, collection level required 5 mini traits. Now each collection level requires 50 points. Mini rarities are worth 5 points each. Each mini level earned from XP is worth 1 point. Okay, so it requires 50. Mini rarities are worth 5 points each. Okay, so it used to be 5 mini rarities would get you a collection level up. Now you need 10 mini rarities to get you a level up. So there's a little bit of a nerf there. But we have so many minis, their early levels are so easy to get that this is going to balance it out or make it better. A spoiler alert, it made it better because I actually have a higher collection level now than I did, and so does everyone else that I play around. A developer, this rewards a wider, exactly what I said, more evenly leveled collection that lowers the barrier to experimenting with different minis. Most current players should see a nice collection level bump from this change as well. So let's go back in game and I will show you my current collection level. I'm up to 35. I think I was at like 24, maybe 25 before this change, because I was leveling a bunch of things. But I've noticed a substantial increase in the amount of experience I get, which is great because I just started hitting that 12k experience needed per level, per character. So this is going to really help me get through those levels faster. So I really, really, really like this change. So far, dubs all around. We got leaders, Blood Mage, Thalnos, leveled up from Dark Ritual, is now capped at 10. So once he does 10 spells, he doesn't reach anymore, I guess. Sneed, the land grab talent, level now caps at 10. Land grab will now only trigger from Sneed's leader ability, Sneed before greed, instead of all non-passive gold gains. Minis, even more talent icons have been updated. The rate at which talents appear in the grid has been adjusted, and the goal to not overload players with the open talent slots. I like this. Okay, so for a while there, we had to start suggesting that you don't just unlock as many minis as possible because it became an issue where you ended up getting just spammed with these talents in the store. Here, let's go over to the store and we can show you what I mean. I wailed out so that I wasn't covered with these talents anymore. I bought them all because I basically brought all my characters up to uncommon. And then my store, like out of the 5 pieces, 3 of them were talents. So it was a nightmare trying to find the characters I actually wanted to put upgrades in. And so that wasn't very fun. So I'm glad that they're going to go ahead and address that. I will say, as far as leaders go, I kind of wish that we'd get a nerf on Baron Rivendare. I think he's just too oppressive. There's a reason once you hit over 3k, like, you only get matched against Baron Rivendares. I think they need to either double the time that the skeletons appear or just straight up get rid of the Frostbolt skeletons. Let me know what you guys think about Baron Rivendare. Like, it's great for PvE. It's fun to have somebody that's just broken, makes those heroic campaigns really easy. But for PvP, it's kind of lame. Anyway, and let me know what you think about that talent slot thing. I think that's a very big quality of life increase. Then we got Rarity. Obtaining a copy of a mini at a higher rarity than common will now always reward the full number of star points of that rarity, regardless of whether this was an upgrade or not. So I currently have one of those in my store as well. We'll go take a look at. So Rarity, star points rewarded. So if you see an uncommon, it's worth 4 star points. A rare is worth 14. Epic is 39. The arc energy cost to upgrade each rarity has also been rebalanced. So common to uncommon is 500, uncommon rare 2,000, rare to epic is 8,000, and epic to legendary is 2,000. Let's read the developer note real quick. Arc energy costs were too backloaded. This rebalancing slightly reduces the amount of total arc energy needed to progress from common to legendary and smooths out the progression ramp to make more sense with the amount players can earn. Fair enough. Let's quickly go into the store and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say about the rarity costing or the star level making more sense. So as you see here on this Chargla, it's going to give me 4 stars. The downside of this is if I didn't have her unlocked at all, and this was in my store, it would only cost 270. But it would give me the equivalent of 4 stars. Now it's always going to be 4 stars. It's going to cost 360. So if you're not jumping up a rarity, you're not getting that 1 free star or whatever it is. Or I think it's if you find a epic, you're actually getting like 14 free stars. So that's gone, but that was so rare, it didn't really make sense anyway. You would have had to basically progress super far without having ever unlocked a certain mini for that to happen. So, I mean, this change makes sense, and I'm fine with it. Now we kind of know better about what's going on. Makes things a lot clearer. Let me know what you think about that. Army. So, player-chosen army upgrades, the bottom row, can now be rerolled immediately after obtaining them. Previously, this required an upgrade in each bottom row slot first. Army upgrade rerolls now cost 250 arc energy, was 50 coins. I love that change. I really do love that. So we're keeping our premium currency and we're spending this arc energy instead, which is, it's kind of a very important currency not to overspend on, but I like that it's there. Cosmetics, you can now select a loadout of emote and kobold miner skin and set a tower skin for each army. Tower skins have variants for each tower type, guard, rocket, and dragon, so be sure to check them all out. Cool, so we're getting some skins. A little bit of customization to our loadouts. Dungeons, this is a really, really big one. So when defeating a dungeon with an army that is significantly a higher level than the dungeon, that leader will be able to advance multiple dungeon levels at a time and earn all the rewards for the jumped levels at once, including upgrades. Leaders can advance up to 3 levels at a time until the dungeon reaches 2 levels below their average army level, rounded up. Rewards for the jumped levels will be granted upon beating the final boss of the dungeon. Dungeons have a variety of new relics to choose from, including relics that affect your towers. Cool! A little bit more customization there. That should be fun. Delve into the dungeons to discover them all. Really big candle now increases your kobold by 20, down from 25. This used to be like a no-brainer. Like he was a tank. It was very, very important that if you could use this one to grab it. That's how I got a lot of my decks, or my armies rather, all the way up to gold across the board. So, sucks that they nerfed it, but it makes sense. Dungeon relic choices for each particular leader and level now naturally reroll each day. Oh, that's awesome. See, I thought we were stuck when we were at a certain particular leader level. I thought we were stuck with those relics until we beat that difficulty on that dungeon. Now that I know they reroll each day, like if you get stuck one day, come back, check the next day, see if you have better relics to choose from. I like that. I kind of like that it's RNG too. Let me know what you think about that. And additional changes. Missing sigils are now re-earnable by replaying the corresponding campaign missions. Many other issues have been addressed and adjustments were made. I mean, cool that you can make sure you get them, but kind of sucks that you have to do it. Let's quickly go back in game and we'll just look at that dungeon change. So you can see my Charga here with the 3 stars is what she's going to get, because if we go over to my deck, you can see I just decked her out with the highest level tunes I have. So the average level here is 20. So until she gets up to like level 18, she's going to be getting 3 upgrades every time, and then she'll get 2, and then she'll be down to 1. So this is really going to speed up the dungeon leader leveling process, which is great, especially when we start getting new leaders, which is something we got to talk about right now. Our next mini release is going to be Sylvanas. I'm so excited for this. I don't know how she can possibly be better than Baron Rivendare for the undead army selection, but if anyone's going to be better, it's definitely going to be her. So lead your way to victory with Sylvanas Windrunner. Collect the new playable leader, Sylvanas Windrunner, during Season 1 of Warcraft Rumble beginning October 28th, which is today? That's today. Sweet. From the Guild War Chest and through PvP as a reward. Take note that this leader won't be available in the grid until Season 2. Don't worry though, you'll be able to add her to your collection of leaders through the Guild War Chest, PvP, or 2 additional store offers. 1 at the start of the season, 1 at the end of the season. So she's going to cost 6 to see her leader abilities. I'm so excited. She looks dope. Once we had Jaina, you knew we had to get Sylvanas in here pretty early. Base abilities. Bow shot. Baseline attacks is a range, single target physical damage. Haunt on death. Sylvanas summons a Banshee unit, which operates just like a normal Banshee. That's really cool. Really strong. And her leader ability, Windrunner, Warchief passive, Horde and Undead minis near Sylvanas gain a movement speed buff. Oh, I like that. How fast is she, though? I would like to know. I'd like to know how fast she is. It doesn't say. She's probably a slow unit that goes just a little bit faster. We'll see. Here are her talents. Pierce through enemies in a line, dealing elemental damage. Very cool. Scream on death, stunning nearby enemies for 3 seconds. That might be very important so that the Banshee can actually land its target and not get immediately cleaved down. Horde and Undead near Sylvanas gain Fury. Oh, if you get an army with Sylvanas and they're just gaining Fury, oh my gosh, that's going to be brutal. And then add more joy with mechanical marvels when you pre-register for the Google Store on pre-order through the Apple App Store. You'll receive 4 truly mecha great items to use either in the battlefield, and then I believe people that have already done it are just going to get it. So this is really cool. I'm super excited to get Sylvanas added to the game. Let me know what you guys are feeling about this dastardly evil character. I can't wait. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative. Let me know what you think about all the changes coming to the game. It seems like they're ramping up for the global release. They want to make sure it's firing off on all cylinders, and all these changes are really going to help introduce some new characters to Warcraft Rumble. I can't wait. Let's grow this community. Have yourselves a great day. Bye for now. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.